my God.
Some anonymous NFL execs had some things to say about the Jets, and they were a good thing? All right, Boy Green Daily starts now.
Oh my gosh, it's morphin' time. To me, talking New York Jets is my superpower. Boy Green Daily starts now. Wow! Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Offense, defense, special teamwork, Jets football with Boy Green. J-E-T-S, Jets. Let's go!
What's going on, everybody? I'm Paul Eston Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome to Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show, also available wherever you get your podcasts, or as Jake Asman says, Boy Green Daily, a daily show featuring Boy Green. Another way to put it. Appreciate that, Jake. Might have to put that on the t-shirts, crochet that on the pillows for the guest in the green room. And we're back at our normal time slot. The moons and stars have realigned here, which is terrific. 7:30. For months, we have adjusted the clock, and on Monday episodes, we're starting at 7 a.m. for Drew Beatty, our draft analyst. And thank you, Drew, for joining us here on the show all those months and getting us ready for the draft and then giving us the draft report cards last week. But now all our shows are back at 7:30 a.m. Eastern time, as the gods intended. And we got a fun show for you guys today. I know our NFL Insider Matt Lombardo joins us every other week on a Sunday normally, but he wrote a column that came out this morning. It's 4 Downs. It's part of his Substack down in the YouTube description down below. And he heard from some anonymous NFL executives on the Jets draft and where their Jets roster stands. And I was intrigued. And I said, whoop, let's call quick audible. Can at the line of scrimmage here and talk about this column that just came out this morning. There is a direct link in the YouTube description down below to this subject matter. So let's dive in. Make sure you guys like the video and hit subscribe, baby. You're on the program. Appreciate you. We'll also show raffle tickets and that jazz a little bit later, but let's get into it. So in Matt Lombardo's 4 Down column for Between the Hash Marks with Matt Lombardo, first down was about the New York Jets. Darren Muji builds out the Jets blueprint. And he said, Matt Lombardo's writing here, I'll highlight a few quotes. It's wholly obvious that general manager Darren Muji and staff entered this draft with as clear a vision as the New York Jets have had as a franchise in decades. And he talks about the debate between Arvell Reese and David Bailey. But regardless of what you think, they made a decisive decision, which he believes set the tone for the weekend. And let's get into it here. He says no team was mentioned more in our conversations with league executives on the draft's biggest winners than the Jets, who came away with the developmental quarterback, depth in the trenches, competition in the corner room, beautiful, pass-catching weapon in Kenyon Sadiq, big-bodied Indiana wide receiver Omar Cooper Jr., and they said the key was not relinquishing any of the draft capital in the 2027 NFL draft, which, by the way, I agree with. Despite any trade-ups like Omar Cooper, Cade Klubnik, they did not give up 2027 draft capital, which was más importante. An AFC scouting director told Matt Lombardo that the Jets are the winner. Darren grabbed the best pass rusher, the best tight end, a starting wide receiver, and the best nickel corner in this draft. That was just the first 2 days. And just sort of unpacking that comment for a second. Best pass rusher, obviously. David Bailey led college football last season with 14.5 sacks. The best tight end, yep, it was, we talked about it. It was Kenyon Sadiq and then a massive gap. I think the next tight end that went was Eli Stowers, like at the 51-ish range to the Eagles. So there's a massive gap between tight end 1 and tight end 2, certainly. And the Jets got the best one, Kenyon Sadiq. A starting wide receiver, absolutely. You got Garrett Wilson, Omar Cooper Jr., Adonai Mitchell. Those are going to be the top 3 starting receivers for the Jets. So they absolutely got a starting receiver. And then we can argue about best nickel where he's going to play because size-wise, it's sort of like when we drafted Brandon Eccles. Everyone went, look, he's clearly an inside guy. But his college history suggested he was a boundary guy despite his size. So I think the Jets are going to play him everywhere. That's sort of what AG suggested after the draft. So, well, he'll have some inside flexibility, some outside flexibility. And if you're looking at the corner room for the Jets, we sort of put all the chess pieces on the board here. Brandon Stevens is going to be your boundary corner. Jarvis Brownlee Jr. is probably your inside slot, but that could be up in the air. And on the other boundary, we have Nahshon Wright. He was a Pro Bowl last year. Loved the size. Chicago Bears, that defense was nasty last year. But Nahshon Wright is a one-year wonder guy. Previous to last year, he had done nothing in his NFL career, which is why the Jets got him at a deal, a one-year deal with like a $5.5 million max value. I like the risk versus reward that we're playing there from that perspective. So you got Nahshon Wright, Azareye'h Thomas, who I really like a lot, but he started his rookie year hurt. He ended his rookie year hurt. Like, there's potential there, but I like the competition. So you got Azareye'h Thomas out there. Does D'Angelo Pons battle out there at boundary corner? Is he in that conversation with Nahshon Wright and Azareye'h Thomas, and one of those three is going to win it? Does one of them shift inside? So again, is it Jarvis Brownlee versus D'Angelo Pons maybe at corner? I like the competition we have at corner. I like that. Now, Brandon Stevens, when he got signed last year, we're all like, ooh, $36 million. You know, it wasn't quite Chris Tucker from Rush Hour, $50 million. It wasn't quite that. It was $36 million, but still, it sort of had a similar reaction. But, you know, while the money was crazy, and then he was good in camp, he was bad in camp, and then, like, he started the season really questionable. Again, I'm never going to forgive him. He dropped a pick six against Aaron Rodgers week one against the Pittsburgh Steelers that would have secured the dub. It would have secured the win. And who knows what, if you change one thing in history, what changes? Jets started 0-7 last year. You win that game against Pittsburgh, who knows what happens? I don't know. Is it just 1-6? Does it change some other things in the ethos, perhaps, possibly? Could be. I don't know. Not sure. But Brandon Stevens dropped that pick six. But anywho, he finished the year all right. He was all right. He wasn't great. He wasn't terrible. He was just sort of mid, which is fine. Because, like, if you sort of compare the money, the highest paid corners in football are Derek Stingley up there, Sauce Gardner. You have all these corners at the top of the bingo card. Brandon Stevens was making $12 million, less than half of the highest paid corner in football. Was it an overpay for what he was? Yes, but I don't think it's crazy, especially with how he ended up, finishing up the season. So I'm cool with Brandon Stevens at one of the corner spots. I'm curious to see if Nahshon Wright, can we strike lightning twice in the same place? He was a Pro Bowl last year, but again, the rest of his career was a big question mark there at corner. But I like the size, 6'4", led the league in terms of overall takeaways. When you factor in forced fumbles, fumble recoveries, picks, Kevin Byard, also on his defense, that's now on the Patriots, he led the league in picks. But if you combine all the takeaway opportunities on the table, Nahshon Wright led the league in that specific category. So I think we got some action there at corner, which I'm very intrigued by. Very intrigued by indeed. Anywho, best pass rusher guy. We talked about that with David Bailey. I'm excited about Kenyon Sadiq. We'll see where that goes. A longtime AFC South scout said the Jets had a, quote, really solid class. I agree. Very solid. There's another quote in here that I wanted to get to from him. David Bailey, 14 sacks last year. An NFC executive suggested that D'Angelo Pons is the best player that the Jets added during the draft. Just real quick on Pons, because we're just talking about corners. Like, I haven't heard a person have a bad thing to say about D'Angelo Pons outside of the height, which we've all talked about. And people say, Rich Cimini said on the Jets Collective podcast that if this guy was 2 or 3 inches taller, he'd be a first-round pick, and we got him at pick 50. We even traded back and got him. We're at 44, which I believe the Jets wanted Jacob Rodriguez. With every fiber of my being, I believe they wanted that. But sometimes, the gods speak in mysterious ways. And the Jets were able to trade back and say, hey, we didn't get Rodriguez. He goes 43 to the Miami Dolphins. We're at 44. You trade back to 50, and then you get Pons and extra assets that, by the way, they were able to move back up to go get Cade Klubnik, who we did the full deep dive show with Don Munson, the voice of the Clemson Tigers, on Friday. A lot of great nuggets in there. I used some of that for my column yesterday. So, yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right. So, yeah, maybe everything happens for a reason. We could use some linebackers. We talked about that yesterday on the show. Can you guys believe this? So, here's another thing. I wrote it this morning when I was talking about Braylon Allen. Braylon Allen. So, we all know the curse of the Jets offensive coordinator. We haven't had a guy stick around for, like 4 or 5 years since Brian Schottenheimer, when he was your old shotty in the building, who's now the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. Did you guys know that since 2024, like we're about to have our 4th offensive coordinator in 2 years? So you get Nathaniel Hackett 2024 for part of the season. Then he gets demoted and later fired. He gets replaced by Todd Downing. Last year we have Tanner Angstrand. He gets fired this offseason. Now we have Frank Reich. 4 offensive coordinators in 2 years. Good Lord. I mean, I don't know if you guys count the interims. So maybe I'm being dramatic, but I mean, geez, Lou. Is the 4th time the charm? Can Frank Reich be a guy? Where, again, the thing I've said about Frank Reich since the very beginning is I believe Frank Reich is a clear upgrade over Tanner Angstrand and raise the floor. Raise the floor. And if I'm AG and my ass is on the line and I'm like, ooh, if this year doesn't go great, I'm getting fired. I trust Frank Reich. He has forgotten more football than Tanner Angstrand knows right now. Maybe Tanner Angstrand one day will be a young, bright offensive coordinator for some other team, but not here. We can't. I met Tanner. It seems like a really peachy guy. Nice guy. But he just got to look out for himself. Raise the floor. That is the definition of what the Jets needed to do in terms of the coaching, in terms of the roster. And then let's see what we could do. Let's see what we can do once you sort of raise the roof there. I think that's a key piece of the puzzle. A scouting director had this to say about old Cade Klubnik. Klubnik, quote, a sneaky good pick. He has starting caliber talent. I saw the column from Rich Cimini yesterday where Matt Miller of ESPN said if anyone can be Brock Purdy in this class, it's Cade Klubnik. Brock Purdy, okay, who was Mr. Irrelevant a couple years ago. He started in a Super Bowl. He's been a Pro Bowler. He led the league in passer rating. And now he's the 6th highest paid quarterback in football. Okay, I'll take some Cade Klubnik action. I will take some Cade Klubnik action. Absolutely. Yeah. 40 career starts at Clemson. Dave Briga says Angstrand was overhyped. 100% he was overhyped. Some Jet nerds in the back saying, oh, the analytics, this number. That was stupid. To suggest that Tanner Angstrand was much better than he was. Again, he was in his first year as an OC, which, again, I thought was an initial mistake by AG in the first place. If I had to guess, when Aaron Glenn was brought in and hired as a head coach, which, by the way, I was for. Okay, I was for it. But I said, if I was him, this is how I would build the staff. Okay, your offense coordinator is a veteran sage, someone that's been an offense coordinator forever, not learning on the job. He knows what the hell he's doing. And then your defensive coordinator, you could go younger guy, get influenced by AG if that person needs it, a young, impressionable guy. And then AG has the expertise as a defensive coordinator. And then that can sort of work together. However, he did the opposite. He brought in a young buck offensive coordinator in Tanner Angstrand. And then on the defensive side, he brought in the sage, which was Steve Wilkes. I'm like, all right, that's the opposite of what I thought he would do. And it was an epic disaster. Both guys got fired. So, what do I know? But a shout out to Spin Max Davis says, good morning, BG from beautiful North Carolina. I miss the Carolinas. Shout out Spin Max Dave. Great to see you, buddy. Thank you to everyone who's joined us on the show so far. 200 people in the room. Like the video. Hit subscribe, baby. We got the schedule coming out later this month. That's going to be a lot of fun. I love those shows. Talking schedule. So we'll have that coming up. Can't wait. Let's go. NY Jets DH, member of the Boy Green Coffee Club, says, last time Frank Reich was an OC, his team won the Super Bowl 2017, Philadelphia Eagles. Are you saying there's a chance? Huh? Maybe? Possibly? Jets going to Super Bowl? All right, here we go, guys! I'm not saying no. Let's see what happens. I like the cut of your jib, NY Jets DH. You can be my designated hitter any day, pal. We'll put you in the lineup. That's for sure. Hell yeah. I like the Klubnik pick too. Again, that's not why on the bingo card, but I wanted a developmental guy. I think it would have been a miss if the Jets went through a second consecutive draft, didn't take a quarterback, and then just took some random UDFA guy. I mean, if Garrett Nussmeier would have been a UDFA, he was a guy that a lot of people considered to be drafted. So maybe in that particular case, I would have been better with it, but he ended up getting drafted anyway. So maybe if they would have done that, I would have been okay. But honestly, take your guy. And obviously, because the over-under on the word, obviously, and me using it on the show, slam the over people for the program, because the Jets staff liked Cade Klubnik. Quite frankly, they loved Cade Klubnik. They traded up for him. They identified him. They targeted him. They brought him in. He's got a lot of starts. But at this current moment in time, it appears the Jets are going to be adding a veteran QB2. Who is it, Mr. Unlimited? Is it Danger Russell Wilson? Is it Cooper Rush? Is it Tyrod Taylor coming back? TBD completely on that conversation. I don't mind getting a veteran quarterback in here behind Geno Smith, because Geno's the guy. Geno Smith is starting. He's the guy. This jersey's been hanging up since the week before we traded for him. Okay. I'll probably put that on a few times. We'll see if it fits my fat body anymore. TBD on that. That's another TBD situation. But, yeah. Geno Smith's the guy. But if he goes down, compromised, somehow plays poorly, I think he'd have a leash. If he has one bad game, I don't think they're replacing him in the lineup. But does he go to Cade Klubnik? I mean, I want to see Cade Klubnik eventually at the end of the season, hopefully. Hopefully the perfect situation. I mean, I'm going to be honest. And I think we talked about this week. But the perfect situation for the Jets is, and maybe this is a little crazy, but you secure the playoffs.
Playoffs? Are you talking about the playoffs?
You secure the playoffs, and then you have a few games left to go, and then Cade Klubnik comes in. That may be unlikely. The Jets haven't made the playoffs since the 2010 season, year 2011. So it's been a while since they've made the playoffs. So to talk about scenarios where they'd have it all wrapped up with weeks to go seems somewhat unlikely. However, the other scenario is less attractive. It's the season has gone to crap, and then the Jets throw Cade Klubnik out for the last couple of games, because why not? So, but hopefully we have some more winning this season. I want to see some winning. We have not had a Boy Green Daily era of winning. I'd love to see that. Chubb for Club. Klubnik, baby. Yeah, Chubb for Club. Great to see you in here. For sure. Troy Sturgeon says, Tanner Angstrom will probably going to be a head coach somewhere like LaFleur. I can't believe Mike LaFleur is a head coach. I mean, I'm going to believe it because it's real, and the Jets play the Cardinals this year, but like Mike LaFleur, the guy that got swore and cursed up and down by Elijah Moore saying to go yourself, go table yourself. Elijah Moore told Mike LaFleur during practice. We're talking about practice. Now he's a head coach. I mean, I don't know. Mark Cicchetti says Cooper Rush. I'm going to be honest on Cooper Rush. He sucked in Baltimore. Oh my gosh, was that a disaster when he was called upon. Terrible. But I'm going to try to Men in Black neuralize that from my memory. When he was in Dallas, he was all right. He was solid. He was sometimes more than solid. So I ain't mad if they get Cooper Rush. He's not as sexy as a Russell Wilson or something, but in terms of name and gravitas and things of that nature, right? Like he's not a Pro Bowler, Super Bowl quarterback, any of that stuff. But Cooper Rush is wholly effective. So I'm not mad at that at all. So Mark Cicchetti, if we get some Cooper Rush, if we get some Coop action, I'd be okay with that. Yeah, he was terrible in Baltimore. Yeah, his touchdown reception ratio was terrible. His performance was terrible. I saw him in a few games, unfortunately, and he was god-awful. So hopefully that was just a weird blip on the radar, because previously he had been a pretty solid backup quarterback. Spin Max Dave says, when's the next milestone in the Jets football world? Minicamp? Yeah, we do have rookie minicamp that's coming up this week. So this will be I guess let's do a couple of things here. Let's take a step back. There's voluntary workouts that's been going on right now since like the third week in April. So any Jets, it's voluntary. So any Jets have wanted to go there have been able to work out. Gino's been there, Garrett Wilson's been there, and all these other players have been there. So voluntary workouts have been going on. That will take a slight break as the rookie minicamp. They'll do their own thing. It'll just be rookies coming in. And they'll get to do their own thing for 2 days and come in, work out, pictures, media. So we'll get a lot of content here for the channel, and we'll get here from AG. He will speak, and so we'll get that 2-day rookie minicamp. So the next big item on the to-do list is we have rookie minicamp coming up later this week. That'll be a 2-day event, bunch of coverage coming on that. We've got the schedule coming out. I've heard some whispers that it'll be in like 10 days, but there are some late conversations that maybe it gets pushed to the third week of May. But one way or the other, the schedule's coming out here in May. So obviously that'll help us pick our tailgate day and time, which will be great. Once the schedule comes out, give us a little bit of grace. I'm going to talk to some key figureheads, Lou B, Chef Kevin Gilbert, Hop on Pop, James Woody. Talk to a key figures and make sure there's no impossible dates. We're shooting for September or October, one of the two. I know PK Jet fan says, please make it October, not September. September is busy. We'll try to do that. We'll try to have it through the first 2 months of the season, somewhere in there. And we'll see what home games are available to even be selected within that group. That I don't know, obviously, either. So once schedule drops, it's official. I'll be in conversations with the Jets. We'll try to figure out. Normally, you submit 3 bids to the Jets. In my world, I'm only in my second year working directly with the Jets. So we'll submit 3 bids in, and you can pick 3 games. Like, we want Cowboys, Panthers, or Browns. And then based on availability, they'll let us know what's available for our group. We'll see how many people are coming. I spoke with Chef Kevin Gilbert, and the maximum amount of people we can have at our tailgate in terms of the food package is 100 people. So more details to come. I have a scheduled call later today with Chef Kevin Gilbert. We're going to run that menu back from last year. I thought it was spectacular. And quite frankly, I didn't get to eat enough of it. I was doing too much hosting. So I'm going to try to do a little less hosting. I would still do I'll still rile you guys up with the Jet chants and everything else. We'll be doing some fun stuff scheduled for sure at this tailgate. But also try to get some grub in. I want to try that great Chef Kevin Gilbert food. So we'll run the food menu back, but we'll keep you posted on prices for everything. We will have an overall group package that'll have a ticket to sit with us at the game. And the good thing is if you buy a ticket through me, through our group, you avoid the taxes and the ticket fees. Those 2 things, if you normally buy a ticket on your own, you get double slap with that. Pow, pow. With me, there won't be either of those, which is a cool perk of going on the group rate. And, of course, you sit with the rest of the Boy Green Coffee Club at the game. So that'll be awesome. So we got to identify the game. That'll vary on price of the game. We've got our tailgate package, which will be a wonderful food package with Chef Kevin Gilbert. And then some prize. We'll see. Last year we did a cool tailgate T-shirt. That was awesome. But I'm trying to think of some other creative stuff. So I'll let you guys know what that is because I want another prize on top of whatever the package ends up being. So I'm weighing some things. Behind the scenes on what that'll be. So TBD on that as well. TBD on that as well. So, guys, we'll have a sign-up sheet, and we'll keep you guys posted with that. That'll be coming up later this month. But, yeah, the next big milestone is rookie minicamp this week. That's a 2-day rookie minicamp. Voluntary workouts in between. Schedule coming out. Yeah, that's about it. That's about it for now. And, obviously, at any time, rookie contracts being signed. So that'll be a nice little item to keep an eye out for. But, yeah, rookie minicamp coming up. And then mandatory minicamp is in June. So it'll be a multi-day event, last piece of it. Shout out to Khalil on our Facebook page. What's up, Khalil? Appreciate you, pal. We are streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Appreciate the people that also rewatch the show on YouTube. Appreciate you out there in the audience. Hell yeah. Look at this. Speaking of hell yeah, look at this. T-Town Jet just gifted a Boy Green Coffee Club membership here on YouTube. That's what I'm talking about. Appreciate you, T-Town Jet. Let's keep that membership train rolling here on the bleeping program. If you guys are watching on YouTube, you guys can gift channel memberships out there in the audience. Yes. Let's keep that rolling. Excellent. All right, let's see who this membership went to from T-Town Jet. Let's add this in. This membership went to Hennessy Heisman, of course. Hennessy Heisman. Let's freaking go. T-Town Jet, you have a raffle ticket added to your pile. That is 2 raffle tickets. You've just doubled your raffle tickets. By the way, here are the prizes this month real quick. Pow! There it is. We got 3 items that we'll be giving away. Congrats to both Chef Kevin Gilbert, who won the prize pack, and then Indy, who are sending the prize. I sent the prize to yesterday at the box office. I'm an idiot. The post office, different office. We sent all those out to Indy. So, Indy, when you get your prizes, enjoy. These new prizes on your screen are for this month's winner. We'll be giving this away on June 1st. We got a Garrett Wilson Funko Pop with the 5 jersey. Very nice. Brand new New York Jets polo and a brand new New York Jets cream/Kelly Green sideline historic hat. So we have a hat, a polo, a Funko Pop. Jump in. All you have to do is spend $3 on the channel to be eligible for our wonderful prizes here on the channel. And we already have the scrolling tickers, our top 5 leaderboard and raffle tickets. Got a bunch of raffle tickets from the push for Lou B to get his emoji, which, by the way, you guys can let fly there in the comment section. So appreciate that. Thank you, T-Town Jet. Thank you for the membership, my friend. Appreciate that. Gifting that out to the audience. Gift thy neighbor. It's in the Bible, I'm pretty sure. Troy Sturgis says, Jets are playing in Kansas City this year, so that will be my one game I will be able to go to. Nice. That's a good choice. I'm sure Chiefs Kingdom will welcome you with open arms. William Murphy. Good morning, Boy Green. Good morning to you, William. Good morning, Willie. Great to see you, pal. Thanks for being on the show this morning. The PK Jet fan says, maybe we can do a September game. Haha. Someone needs to convince my wife. Well, we'll see. Like I said, I want to try to accommodate everyone, which, by the way, isn't an impossible task to accommodate everyone, but I will do my best to try to find the perfect game that allows you guys to all get there. Yeah. NC Green says, how about a new Boy Green Coffee Club tailgate ball cap? That's an interesting idea. Let me put that on my list. A cool Boy Green ball cap. Boy Green tailgate cap. Okay, that's on my list. I'll look at it. The other thing I got to do is, depending, because I don't know how many are going to come. Last year we had 55 people at the tailgate and like 65 at the game. I think my math is right on that. Always when I do math, it's always questionable, but I'm pretty sure that's right. I think we had 55 at the tailgate, 65 at the game. So whatever item I choose, I just have to make sure I can have 55 of them or 60 of them or whatever it is. So I will look into that. But the cap, that's a good idea. So if you guys have ideas in the audience, let me know and I will look at it. I think I may want to switch it out. NC Heisman, when does the schedule come out? Normally it's the second week of May, but I've heard some whispers from the league office. It could be the third week of May. They flirted with that possibility of changing it. It's coming out 100% this month, but it's in 2 or 3 weeks. It depends. That's funny. Mark Spaghetti says, will Chef incorporate a club something into the menu? I think we're running the menu back exactly as it is, but that is something we could do in the future. Yes. I do love the creativity. Like my fantasy football team name every year, it could have club in it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Every year, though, it's a different name, like for each year. Like I've done like, Hey Darnold, like the TV show. And then for all my fantasy football team names that year, it's that. I don't have 20 in a single year. If I'm in 5 leagues, all 5 leagues are the same. They're all whatever name I come up with. So, but that's a good one. I'll have to think about that. Mark Khalil says, road game, Tennessee. So again, I want to make this abundantly clear to the audience on the road game stuff. Maybe eventually we will hit the road in our tailgate that normally is going to be at every home game. We'll switch one year just to a road game, and then we'll pick the road game. We'll take the show on the road, and Chef will come with us, and Luby will come with us, and all that. That won't be this year. However, there is a chance, depending on where and when this Tennessee game is. So aside on that, which comes back to it, me and my father every year do something special for Father's Day. We go to do something. It's not always on Father's Day weekend. Sometimes it is. Like last year, we did the Brett Michaels thing, which is behind me, as you guys can all see. So we went to that. I organized all that. That was a lot of fun. We've gone to Notre Dame. That was cool. We've gone to, I'm trying to think of everything that we've gone to Jets games. We've gone to concerts. We've gone to Red Sox games. We've gone to UFC events. Like we've done a lot of super cool stuff. One thing that's potentially up for consideration for this trip is a road game to Tennessee. And that's it. Or sometimes, like some of the other ones we've done, is I go visit my dad in Atlanta and we'd see a random Falcons game, like a Falcons Seahawks game, or go see a Hawks game in the NBA or something. So one item that's on the bucket list potentially is the Jets traveling to Tennessee. And if that happens, that will not replace the tailgate. So that's the main message I sort of wanted to get out. There's a chance that me and my old man could be going to Tennessee, and I hear a lot of people are going. Indy, Philly Noodles, Philliam, Badshaw, a bunch of people. I don't want to miss anybody. So there's a chance that we all go, but I'm not bringing the tailgate on the road. So like if a tailgate is there, because I heard Jake Asman may be doing it in Tennessee, cool, maybe we can link up at that one. But like I won't bring Chef Kevin Gilbert on the road for another tailgate at this point in time. I think it's key for all of this to make sure we don't bite off more than we can chew. I never want you guys to have a terrible experience. It's very important to me that last year, me and Woody worried about everything in the universe. We wanted it to go perfectly, and it didn't. Like, I originally had our tailgate planned for a hole in the parking lot. Like and when I say hole, I mean a crater. Our original parking lot place to meet at was in a hole that was under construction, so we couldn't meet there. So we called it audible at the line of scrimmage. So maybe D7 is just going to be our place forever. I think that might be safe. So we'll keep you posted on that in the future. But yeah, we worried about every possible detail, and we wanted it to go perfectly with Chef, with Lou B, with the prizes, with everything. The restaurant takeover the night before, which we will be bringing back. Shout out to Pop for that. We'll be doing that again for whatever game we choose. So we want everything to go perfectly. So anywho, long story short, I don't want to bite off more than we can chew, pick a road game, and then don't do it 130%. And then it's like 50%. And I don't want anyone walking disappointed from our tailgate. So we will expand in the future, maybe multiple games a year, maybe on the road and at home. Maybe there's a lot of that. But yes, so there is, Mahar Khalil, to answer your question, there is potential to do the road game, but I would just be there with the rest of you. At this current moment in time, I don't have some crazy tailgate planned or anything. We could all just hang out. We could try to get tickets together if we're all going to go. We could do that for sure. But yeah, so possibility for a road game. We'll see. It all depends on when it is around my dad's schedule. Yeah, because I would go with him. But yes, there will be a Jets home game, so basically save your shekels, people, and just be ready to strike. We will have a sign-up sheet up as soon as we have the game ready, and you can fill out all your key information, say you're interested, and then shortly thereafter, I'll be coming around once we have the money locked in of like, hey, it's this much for this and this and this, and you guys can all lock it in. The one thing we did learn, though, is that if you're in our group, you get a special opportunity. It'll be a special opportunity to get your own parking pass and stuff. So I won't be collecting parking pass money this year. You guys will be able to do it on your own, and we'll have that ready. So again, things you learn doing the tailgate experience. NC Green says, can't have a tailgate without Chef Kev. 100%. So he is one of the main straws that stir this drink. So before we pick any game, I will make sure Chef Kev gives it his stamp of approval. Chef Kev's on that list. Lou B's on that list. Pop's on that list. Woody's on that list. I'm on that list. I got to make sure I can do every game, although I should be able to. So yeah, we will not do a tailgate without Chef. That'll be a dark day in hell if we do a tailgate without Chef. So I don't plan on that ever happening. So no, I've got a call scheduled later today with Chef Kev, and we'll try to work out any of those details. Craig Mechanic saying definitely October. That's my gut. My gut says October. That's my preference. We had October 5th last year, and that was very nice. Weather was perfect. We were in the shade. It was very nice. Meadowland Swamp Thing says, BG, I saw you all over the draft on TV. Well, it was the time of my life, baby. Are you talking about perhaps a little bit of this?
Indiana.
So a little more help for Gangrene.
I hope I represented you guys well out there. But we're doing all the dancing around. Yeah.
So for a team that didn't have one interception last year, they're trying to help themselves out. We got an option here in.
Still surreal. Like, I'm looking at this footage, and that's NFL Network and ESPN, and I'm like, holy crap. Wow. That was me. That's crazy. So thank you, guys. Thank you for everyone that sent in pictures or videos. Or like, oh, my God, there's Paul. Or anybody. That was awesome. So I appreciate that. Mark Cicchetti. Hope we get a chance to hear from Frank Reich and Billy Musgrave at some point. Billy Musgrave, we normally, well, here's the line in the sand that separates. Coordinator interviews we will get. So eventually we'll hear from Frank Reich. Eventually we'll hear from Brian Duker. We will hear from Chris Bancho. Positional coaches normally don't speak in a sense that we get to hear it. They speak to the beat. The regular beat gets access to positional coaches and one-on-one player interviews and stuff for stories and things on the TV and all that jazz. They get that kind of access. I do not believe we will get that kind of access for Bill Musgrave. I'm trying to think of, because like we weren't getting Sean Jefferson interviews last year, press conferences. Yeah, I'm trying to think. No, so yeah, I don't believe so. We'll see what access we get, but I don't believe that's. I don't believe we will hear from Frank Reich though eventually. I don't think he even had an introductory press conference, so yeah, we should be able to hear from them too. That was cool. Yeah, I'm seeing people saying Russell Wilson's washed. He's not washed. That's up to you guys in the audience. He was just at least he didn't ruffle any feathers for the Giants. That was good to see. Super chat coming in. Let's go to EZ here on the channel. Every time we get a super chat, we hear from my beautiful daughter, Zariah Luna.
Wow.
The answer to this question, EZ, is a firm and solid no. He sends in a $2 super chat saying, is there new turf at MetLife Stadium after FIFA? No. The whole turf thing was a FIFA exclusive. And then once FIFA is gone, the grass is gone, unfortunately, for the people out in the audience. But I will just tell you this. You know, there's a lot of things that I am. There's a lot of things I'm not. I'm not a doctor. So when medical things come up, I try to give you the best information I have. And I'm not some sort of a turf expert. That's also not my calling card. However, from people that are turf experts, I know MetLife gets ripped apart to pieces. Oh, look at the injuries. Look at this. Stupid. Get grass, get grass, get grass. Maybe one day they will. But all the injury data that the NFL has provided says that MetLife is no more dangerous than any other field in the universe. So they did upgrade over the last couple of years to a different form of turf that's not grass, but a higher level of turf that apparently is even safer than anything before. So that happened somewhere in the last couple of years. But no, grass is not coming to MetLife Stadium at this current moment in time outside of FIFA. So for the Jet games, it will be the turf that it is. And again, according to the data, even though the perception is terrible among fans, is the data suggests that it's just safe. It's safe and dandy. So I will trust the data because I am not a turf expert. I appreciate that. Easy. It's another super chat or another raffle ticket. Excuse me. Yes. Let's keep rolling through a couple of your comments and we'll open up the phone lines here on the show. Hey, I appreciate the kind words. JACK, a.k.a. Jack, says, BG, you were big time well before ESPN. Hey now. Hey now. Hey now. Respect. Appreciate all the OGs that are here. Appreciate the family that continues to grow. We're getting new subscribers, new people. I love when we meet new characters on the show, of people calling into the show and joining our tailgates and everything else. So I'm very blessed, very humbled by our audience that we have. Very blessed. So I appreciate that, Jack. Thank you for saying that. I can't wait. It's going to be, the tailgate's going to be an awesome time. Yeah, like I said, more details to come. The only advice I could give is the advice I've been given this entire time. People just make sure, excuse me, just make sure that you try to have some money put away. Last year's tailgate experience was $300. That covered the game ticket, the tailgate food, and your prize item, and everything all together. That covered you for everything. I would try to make it as cheap as possible that I can. We'll see. I'm having a call later with Chef on food. We got to see who our opponent is. That could affect price. So I would try to make it as reasonable as possible. Always know that I'm looking out for you guys. We'll keep you posted on the tailgate experience. But my only advice is try to save a couple $100 aside for when this comes, because again, once we pick our game, I'm in communication with the Jets and all the people that are key, important people. I reach out to the Jets and I talk to them, and then very shortly after, they're like, yeah, so where's the money for the 50 people that are coming, or 100 people that are coming, or however many people are coming? So I look for that pretty quick. So Boy Green doesn't have that kind of scratch to cover everybody. So that's why I need to get that moolah as soon as possible. So if you sign up or show any level of interest, and I put you on the sign-up sheet, which we'll have coming up here in the near future, you have an opportunity. Maybe I'll even put up that sign-up sheet early so we can get ahead of that. We'll see. And see if you guys are going to have interest. Some of you, it may depend on the game. So, I don't want to put the cart before the horse too quick. Indy Jets, your boy Indy. Let's go, Indy. Cloverleaf meet up again, 100%. There was a great idea by my pop. My pop brought it up to me before last year's tailgate and said, it'd be cool because, not everyone could go to the game. And if some people are local, that'd be a cool way to do it. And that was awesome. So thank you to Chef Kevin Gilbert for hosting us in the private upstairs room of the Cloverleaf Tavern. We brought some stuff. We did some Jets giveaways. We got to meet a lot of people. Some people that could go to the game, some people that couldn't. Like Ant Jets 82, I got to meet at the tailgate. He couldn't go to the game. Snowball. Trying to think of everybody else. A lot of the other people were at the game, but I remember Ant Jets 82 in the back right corner of the room. He could not go. We had the Jets employee that we ended up running into that throws towels and shirts, t-shirt cannon, all that kind of stuff. He was there, but it was a spectacular time. But yes, we'll definitely do that again. Once we pick the game, then we'll be able to reserve the room and do all that stuff. So if we pick a game that you guys can't go to, but you are local, that'll give you an opportunity to come. So hopefully you guys take advantage of that. So yes, if the game is on Sunday, as it normally will be, we will do a restaurant takeover the night before. So another event, and that's more chill. So we could talk, we could hang out and get great food from Chef Kevin Gilbert. The tailgate, there's just this constant, oh my God, the game's coming up, which is cool. But there's a lot of things. There's a lot of crap flying around. The restaurant's more lax. It's more we're getting revved up for the game, but there's a level of, you can have conversation and things of that nature, which I'm really looking forward to. Which is awesome. All right, let's get NC Green gifting a Boy Green Coffee Club membership. Let's bleep and go. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Appreciate that. Let's go. Let's add that to your total. You now have 7 raffle tickets to our contest. Let's go. NC bleeping Green, baby. NC Green. Yes. That now ties you with a bunch of people at the top, including Derek, the Kansas Jets fan who joined us yesterday. So, Derek, the Kansas Jet fan, you now have some other company there inside our raffle contest. Beautiful. Appreciate you, NC Green. That membership, by the way, went to... hit the old refresh button here on the tube, here on the YouTube. All right. And catch you up on that member. And then we'll go. And then I'll see if I left anything else in the Matt Lombardo article that we can highlight here in a second. That membership went to Jack, JCK29. There you go. Jack, very appreciative out there in the audience. Nice gesture there, NC Green. Nice gesture indeed. Let's go. Both were great. Indy Jets is over under on if Easy makes it to the tailgate. Over under. That's a weird way to say that, but I don't know. He seems pretty committed to coming this time, but I'll let you guys in the audience talk about your projections for people. We'll see. I'm not sure. But if he comes, that'd be great. I'd love to meet Easy. I'd love to meet all you guys out there. If we haven't met you before, whether you are a no time caller, you just like interacting with the show, and we meet you that way, that's cool. If you comment a lot, meet you that way. People that call in a lot, meet you that way. Whatever it is, I'm looking forward to meeting more of the Boy Green Coffee Club this year. Like I said, we had 50, 60 people at the tailgate last year, 60 plus for the game. So it'll be a wonderful time. Wonderful time indeed. All right, let's do this. Oh, there you go. Our boy Smooth T will be in the house at the tailgate. We got to meet Smooth T and his friend at the restaurant takeover. That was awesome to meet Terrence Hill in person. There are some people that you're like, how are they going to be in person? Terrence Hill, I didn't have to question. I knew how he was going to be in person. It was a phenomenal meet. He's awesome. That's great. All right, let's do this. We're going to open up the phone lines. You guys will be able to call into the program. Feel free to do so. I want to shout out T-Town Jet Easy, NC Green for sending in some memberships and super chats so far early on the program. By the way, we got 300 people in the room. That includes 124 of those 300 currently watching on YouTube. Make sure you guys like the video on YouTube. That is the organic way to get this Jet show in front of other Jet fans in the audience. We've got 56 likes, but well over 100 people in this room. Come on now. Come on now. Let's show some gosh darn love out there. Hey, speaking of love, look, we got another super chat in here before we open up the phone lines. NY Jets fandom, baby. He getting busy.
Wow.
He says, why can't Club be Purdy type? It's not impossible. Yeah, I did a story on this. Let me pull up the numbers. Okay. Let me pull up the numbers here from my story yesterday. I got Purdy's data that we could compare to Klubnik's data. Yes, here it is. Where is it? Yeah, so here's where it all started. ESPN's Matt Miller told Rich Samini, quote, there's a track record of taking highly experienced college players and letting them play. You hate to make the Brock Purdy comparison because it's so overused at this point, but if there's going to be a Purdy in this year's class, it's going to be Klubnik because of the experience, the athletic ability, the arm, and the situation. So Brock Purdy, refresh everyone's memory out there in the audience, he's 26. He was the 262nd overall pick of the 2022 NFL Draft, a.k.a. Mr. Irrelevant, former Iowa State product, and he had a ton of experience in college. He appeared in 48 games. He completed 993 passes for 1,400 passing attempts, 67.7% completion percentage, threw for 12,000 yards in college, and had an 81 touchdown to 33 interception ratio. And obviously, with that sort of resume, he was uniquely qualified if called upon to get in, because remember, they drafted Trey Lance. So like in theory, Brock Purdy would never play, and you never know what's going to happen. That's why this in theory stuff to what actually happens, that there is you never know. So can he be? Sure. Klubnik, while he didn't have quite the amount of games played, Purdy's at 48. Klubnik had 40 starts. And so he is very experienced. And, man, it would be awesome. First off, it'd be awesome to find a franchise quarterback in any form or fashion. I won't discriminate. First round, second round, third round, fourth round, fifth round, sixth round, seventh round, undrafted, trade, Canadian Football League, Arena Football League, United Football League, Guatemala. I don't care where they come from. Come from the gods themselves. Hercules. Come from anywhere. I'm fine. But, shoot. Wouldn't it be kind of crazy that our franchise quarterback came from a day 3 pick that people questioned initially, and old Chubb for Club ends up being our guy from the 4th round? I mean, that would be awesome. I mean, Brock Purdy has started a Super Bowl. He's been a Pro Bowler. He led the league in passer rating one of these years. He's the 6th highest paid quarterback in football, man. So, hell yeah. I mean, that would be awesome. I hope it happens. I can't wait. Because if you have a franchise quarterback every year, you're like, you know what? We can win the Super Bowl this year. Every year, we go into every game and say, oh, we can win this game. And NY Jet fandom, you're officially in our raffle for this month with your super chat. Hell yeah. Let's speak it into existence, my friends. Let's speak it into freaking existence. That'd be spectacular. So NY Jet fandom, let's hope. Whoa, we got some membership action cooking up here on the channel. Look at this. Gronyard has officially become a member. Hit those chimes, people in the audience. Let's go. Oh, yeah. There we go, baby. Don't wait to be gifted a membership. You punch in your own friggin' ticket and you say, I'm taking this into my hands. So, Grandyard, you are officially in the Boy Green Coffee Club, which of course means you are now officially in our running for a contest this month. So you get all the perks of the Boy Green Coffee Club and, of course, a raffle ticket to our prize. So, Grandyard, welcome in, brother. It's great to have you in the Army. Let's frickin' go. That is a raffle ticket, of course, to our contest. Grandyard, booyah! Or as Rubber Rain likes to say, ooh, ah. Grandyard, you're in. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm freaking talking about. Nice. DIY for Life gifting some membership action. Let's go. All right, let's see. Who did that membership go to from our buddy, my pop's favorite shipmate, DIY for Life? That went to Travis Preheem. Welcome back, Travis. Great to have you, pal. DNY for Life. Another raffle ticket to our contest. Let's make that 6 raffle tickets for Devin. Yes, sir. 6 raffle tickets. That moves you up in the leaderboard. Let's go. You're now top 4. Top 4. Not too shabby, if I do say so myself. Not too shabby indeed. I've just updated it. Nice. Okay. Here you go. Climb the leaderboard, baby. The more raffle tickets you have, the more your chances increase of winning the prize. Let's go. Yes. Gronder says, you call into Eisen? I do. I do call into Eisen. I am Paul from Syracuse. People say, why don't you call him his Boy Green? With all due respect, she doesn't know me yet. That's okay. We're getting comfortable. We're getting familiar. Old Rich Eisen. But I do. Yes, Paul. I am Paul from Syracuse. If you hear me call in, it's normally about the Jets, primarily about the Jets. Every once in a while, it's about me calling in about calling into a show. I said, I didn't know the 1-800-RICH Eisen. I didn't know what button to press, which some people would say that's sort of embarrassing. But yes, I did meet one of my idols. There he is right there. Me and Rich Eisen at the draft. Day 3 of the draft. I'll tell this story because I will tell it 1,000 times into the universe. So day 3 of the draft, I'm by myself. First 2 days I spent with Johnny Boy, Lou B, Boba Jet, everybody in the universe I got to hang out with. Then day 3, I went by myself. I just went to the draft. I said, man, so I'm covering. I enjoy the draft. If I was at home, I'd watch every round of the draft. I love the draft. But when I was there, I could just watch the draft. There was a big TV right there, and I was right there, and the stage is right there, so I could watch it. But I said, so I'll cover the Jets picks. But then after the Jets traded up and moved around, there was 100 picks until the next Jets pick. So I said, now what do I do now? There's a fan experience thing over there where you can do autographs with some players, and there's food and all kinds of stuff. So I just sort of mosey over. There's an area where people are televising the draft. There was the Pat McAfee show. They weren't there for day 3, but they were there for the first 2 days. There's the ESPN people, Mel Kiper and all those guys. They were there. And the NFL Network was back there. And one of my idols, it's Rich Eisen. I love Rich Eisen. I've watched his show forever. I've listened to it before it became a video show. It was an audio show. So I've listened and watched the Rich Eisen show forever. To this day, when I'm driving to the radio station, because I have about an hour drive to the radio station, hour drive back when I do Syracuse Mets games, I normally hit up the Rich Eisen Show YouTube channel and catch up on interviews with Tom Pelissero and all these other people he has on the show. So anywho, I mosey over to the area. Now, you see this, if you're watching the show, there's a stage. I'll explain it for audio-only listeners. There's this glass stage. So Rich Eisen, Daniel Jeremiah, Charles Davis are all in this booth, a box. They can hear people, I think, but I don't think if you yell loud enough, it gets on the TV. But I'm not exactly sure because they had mics sticking out to get the fan interactions if they were chanting something or something of that nature. Anywho, so Rich Eisen is in the booth. And the night before this, so this is day 2, the draft's over, and Rich Eisen hits a break on NFL Network. And I run over Johnny Boys out there outside of the booth. And there's not a lot of people there, 10, 15 people maybe. A lot of people are leaving for the draft. And Rich gets off TV because he takes his headpiece out. And then Johnny Boy's going, Jets, 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 Jets. So Rich Eisen turns around and waves to the crowd of me, Johnny Boy, and a few others. And then I'm basically, picture. Do you want to take a picture? He's like, sure. So he's above my head by 7 feet, but he just sort of poses at the glass. And then I'm there with my phone and I take a picture of me and Rich Eisen. Like, I didn't quite meet Rich Eisen, but I sort of, kind of did, I guess. Anywho, so the next day, Rich Eisen's back in the glass booth because obviously he's doing the draft. And then they take like a break. They were doing, like, I saw they were eating sandwiches or something. So they're taking some break. There must be some point of the draft where they just go through a couple of picks and let them breathe and go around a little bit. And I was just hanging out there. But I said to myself, like, even when I'm standing there, just like there's like 15 people around, the rest of the hundreds and thousands of people are close to the draft stage watching the draft stage. And I remember saying to myself, like, what are you doing, you idiot? What, like, are they just going to run out of this like glass booth and talk to you guys? Like, why are you even standing over here? And I said to myself, I don't know why I'm standing over here. And then all of a sudden, Rich Eisen leaves the glass booth. There's a door on the other side. And I'm like, is what I think happening is happening? And he comes around the bend and he gets past the security people. And he starts like introducing himself and taking pictures with random fans. And I was just like a few feet over. And I'm like, holy freaking crap, that's Rich Eisen. And I'm like, oh my God. So I get in line with a bunch of people. It's like 15 people or something. And I'm like person 8 or something in this line. And the first introduction is what you see. This picture of me and Rich. I introduce myself. I say, hey, I'm Paul Esden. Like, nice to meet you. Hey, can we take a picture? Like, this is great. I'm such a big fan. And then I noticed that there's like 7 or 8 people behind me in the line. So I'm like, like, this isn't the time for a huge conversation. So I do my quick photo, handshake, quick introduction, and I pull myself to the side. And I said, well, if we're going to have a conversation, it has to happen after he goes through all these people. So picture wave, picture wave, picture wave, picture wave. He goes through all these people. And then he's about to head back into the booth. So go walk around the booth. And he sees that I'm waiting. So he walks over to me to talk to me. I say, hey, Rich, I just wanted to tell you this, that like, I am a massive fan. I am the person that calls into your show. You know, the guy, Paul from Syracuse, that's me. I call into the show. I'm the crazy Jets fan. And I just want to say, and the thing I told him, and this is going to be inside Rich Eisen show stuff, but like, there are certain interviews that Rich Eisen has on the show that no matter what I'm doing in my life, I will stop and watch that interview if he has a certain person on. Like Tom Pelissero of the NFL Network's on that list. Daniel Jeremiah's on that list. Mike Florio's on that list. Even though Mike Florio like hates the Jets, I don't know. He just has intriguing things to say. Some people you love to hate or hate to love, whatever. So I watch his interviews. So there's a couple of Albert Breer's another really good one that he has on his show. And anytime those people are on, I'm like, damn it, I got to watch this. So I just told him, like, hey, man, like, I've loved the show forever, and you're an idol, and you're a fellow Jets fan like me. This is awesome. And then, so he says thank you for all those things. He said, I'll go tell Dano Jeremiah right now. I'll go up there in the booth and tell him that you're like one of his favorites. I said, oh, my God, that'd be freaking cool. Thanks, man. That's awesome. And he said, feel free to call into the show. I want you to call in this week. And unfortunately, I tried to call in, but I couldn't call in. I have baseball, too, so it's a little complicated with the schedule. But we'll catch back up next week. But, yes. I do call into the Rich Eisen show. And I will say right now what I will say on the show next week if I get a chance to call in. Genuine guy, man. Genuine guy. Sometimes they tell you do not meet your idols because, like, they can be terrible. And then that ruins your entire perception of them. But, like, genuine guy. Every person that wanted to talk to him or crack a joke to him, he engaged with. Some people said, hey, Rich, how fast you're 40? And like, he just made a joke about it, said, yeah, not fast. So if people had jokes, if people had heartwarming stories to share, if it was just a handshake, it was just a photo, and that's it. Hey, I don't want to talk to you any more than just a picture. He did that. Whatever you asked, he did. So he didn't have to come out of his beautiful television booth and talk to us great unwashed, us peasants out there. But he chose to do it in the middle of day 3. And I said, and in that moment, I just said, man, this is why I went to day 3 of the draft. Like, this is awesome. I'm going to have this photo forever. I'm actually in the process of making like a shadow box, I guess. That's probably not the right word for it, but some sort of a collage or something with all the cool people. I got to meet frickin' Curtis Martin. I got to hang out with Lou B and Johnny Boy. Met a bunch of great people in the pit. So I took all these pictures. So I'm going to sort of try to put it all together so I have this memory forever. And obviously the Omar Cooper Jr. draft card thing and everything else. But yes, I do call into Eisen. It's awesome. He's a great human being and very lucky. It's so cool that I got to meet him. This is one of the seismic experiences I'll remember for the rest of my life. And Granyard says, first time, long time. Let us know when you call into Eisen. I will. Yeah, so if you hear Paul from Syracuse, that's me. I don't introduce myself as Boy Green or anything. Maybe one day we'll be cool enough where that's a thing. But for now, if you ever hear Paul from Syracuse, that is yours truly. So appreciate you. Thank you, Gronyard. Yeah, that was pretty awesome. And thank you for the $10 super chat coming in, baby. Wahoo! Every time you send in a super chat, we hear from my daughter, Zariah Luna.
Wow.
All right, Gronyard, you're adding a bunch of raffle tickets to the contest leaderboard. Here you go. You're now up to 4 raffle tickets so far this month. Thank you, Gronyard. Appreciate you. Salute. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Thanks for supporting the show. Great to have you a part of the Army, man. Yeah, so if any of you are out there in the audience, you want to join the Boyd Green Coffee Club or Espresso Club, which is our next level up, that's $5.99 a month. We do a private live show every single month where we talk about whatever you want, and every show has gone over 4 hours, except for one was like 3.5. So it's a show that happens at the end of the month, and it streams live on this channel for the Espresso Club members. You guys can call in, you guys can interact. It's a pretty cool show, I can tell you. Never before seen stories and conversations and all kinds of stuff of that nature. It's really a fun show to do. I've really enjoyed it. We've been doing it since the new year. So shout out to everyone that's jumped on the Army. Craig Mechanic said Eisen's definitely top 3 favorite analysts. Sweetener that he's a Jets fan. Yeah, a lot of the cool people have been Jet fans, which is awesome. Yeah. Rich Eisen's great. He is. I'm seeing wonderful words written by NY Jets fan. Rich Eisen's great. Yeah, he's very genuine. Very genuine. Gronyard says, let me pull this up here. He says he's a great blend of wit, knowledge, entertainer, humble. He's learning quickly from Boyd Green. Yeah, I don't know about all that. I appreciate that, though. But he does have, there's some self-deprecating humor, like when he's talking about his 40-yard dash speed. But also there's times to like, yeah, so maybe there's a little bit of Rich Eisen and Boyd Green because like, you know, I have self-deprecating humor. Well, I don't mind making fun of myself. I have plenty of things to make fun of myself for. Wrong takes, being fat, any of these things. But also every once in a while, I'll tell you guys like, I don't give predictions. I give spoiler alerts where I pat myself on the back. I'm on the injury report with a limp wrist from patting myself on the back. So yeah, I have a little bit of, I guess, Rich Eisen in me. But yeah, Rich is great from that perspective. His show is really cool. He obviously talks some Jets, but you know, there's celebrity stuff where he has, you know, entertainers on his show and everything else. So I really enjoy his show. So it was great to meet him in person. I never knew. I thought forever, for years, what I would say to him if I met him, and I'm glad that I said what I wanted to say. Ricky New York Live says, BJ, I was listening to Move the Sticks for years before DJ was on TV, as was I, the Move the Sticks podcast. Yes. Daniel Jeremiah is great people. To me, he's the perfect blend of scout. So obviously he was working for NFL teams for a long time. And then also like inside sourcing. So he's not Adam Schefter. He doesn't like break stories like that, but like he just sort of has like this balance where he knows scouting, so he knows football. Some analysts don't know football. Like they can't break down cover 1, cover 2, cover 3, cover 4, all this stuff. But like he could do that and he can say, I heard this from teams. And so he's just very informed, very intelligent. Gronyard says, I'm a Jets, Mets, Knicks, Islanders fan. So good luck to the Knicks in the next round. Hopefully you guys take out the 76ers. By the way, 76ers, weak sauce. Apparently they're only selling tickets like 76ers fan. And they're trying to divert Knicks fans. Ridiculous. That's pathetic. I can't believe that got out. Unbelievable. Gronyard says, I keep re-hoping for a 1969 rerun. I think that's going to happen, man. We're going to have it before I'm dead. And it's going to make all these moments worth it. I know it in my bones. I know it in every fiber of my being. Every fiber of my being. Like all of these shitty times that we've been experiencing for a long time, all these crappy times are going to be worth it because we're all going to be laughing when we win the Super Bowl and we're among the immortals. David Aaron here. 1 second. Okay, I'll answer you here, David, in 1 moment. Let me do this. Before we move on, I see we have Super Chats, more memberships coming up. We'll play a quick hep thing real quick. 1 second.
Boyd Green daily, Boyd Green daily, Boyd Green daily. Talking just football, man. Boyd Green daily, Boyd Green daily, Boyd Green daily. The New York Jets Football Club. Wow. Offense, defense, special teams. Watch the Super Bowl season with Boyd Green.
Sorry, I'm still recovering from the draft a little bit. From yelling all those jits and everything. I'm not like sick like a dog, but there's still something going on. So hopefully we can get past that. So I apologize. Need a quick break to clear out the sinuses. Excuse me. My Jets record prediction. At this current moment in time, I'm at 10 wins. But let's see how the schedule lays out. Sometimes you get complicated twists and turns in the schedule. So we'll see how it lines up. But I'm feeling 10 wins right now. I'm feeling 10 wins for the New York Jets. For the green and white, baby. Gronyard. Bucket list. Jet Super Bowl, of course. Question for the chat. Coffin attire. Which jersey? Maynard. Klecko. Home. Klecko away. Mawai. Ooh, great choices. Don Maynard's a legend. He doesn't get enough love. Any of the Joe Klecko jerseys are great. Kevin Wise's a legend too. I'd probably go Don Maynard personally, but I'm curious what the chat thinks. Feel free to get in there. Yeah. I'd go Don Maynard in the grave. That's probably how I would do it. Philium, Boy Green, didn't you call and predict a 15-win season last year? I think so. I don't have the call. Oh, actually, I think I have it on my phone. Let me see. I can't remember if I have that pinned on my Instagram or not. Let me see. Is it? Oh yeah. Yeah, here it is. Here's some of it. I'll put it up to the mic.
7-0 at the Patriots. And pull up the broom. 8-0 home for the Texans on a Thursday night.
Sorry, D'Amico Ryan. Silence the better bullpen. Former 49ers defensive coordinator. That's a win.
9-0 at the Cardinals.
That's a lot. Let's be real.
Wow, I didn't expect that one. I might have pulled something on that one. I was really hitting the reverse. 9-1 home for the Colts.
Yes, sir, Mr. Primetime. That's another win.
10-1 off the bye home for the Seahawks. Gino.
Sorry, Gino.
Yeah.
That's another dub.
11-1 at the Dolphins.
Yeah, they can't beat good teams. That's an L for the fish.
12-1 at the Jaguars.
Sorry, Goldilocks. Overhyped, overpaid. Trevor Lawrence, that's a W-I-N, baby.
13-1 home for the Rams.
You're eating that W. Early Christmas gift. That's a victory.
14-1 at the Bills.
Move over, Buffalo. The window's closed. It's the Jets.
15-1 home for the Dolphins.
That's a loss. But because we're resting our starters. Because the AFC is wrapped up in the number one seed in the
Paul in Syracuse says the Jets are going 9-0 to start and 15-2 overall.
The Super Bowl time.
Yeah, Super Bowl time. That was 2 years ago. 2 years ago when Gino was still on the team for Seattle. That was. Yes, I did. 2 years ago, I predicted 15-2. I don't think I did a win-loss thing last year on the Rich Eisen show. So it was 15-2 for 15-2. That was it. Our number one Austrian Jets fan. Let's go a 5-pack of Boy Green Coffee Club memberships. Yeah, baby. Hell yeah.
Here we go, guys!
Yeah, what a great time at the draft. I'm going to remember that forever. Let's freaking go. Yes, yes, yes.
J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets.
Yes.
Let's go. Appreciate you, Austrian. Every time 5 memberships or more are gifted, we need some of this.
Kevin James. I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
By the way, Gronyard, you are in there in our contest, in our top 5 leaderboard. You're tied with a bunch of wonderful people. Appreciate that. Austrian, you're now up to 9 raffle tickets in our contest. I love it. Let's add that to the total. I'll also read those 5 new members to the Boy Green Coffee Club here in just a moment. So shout out to our number one Austrian Jets fan who jumps into 3rd place with 9 raffle tickets. Let's freaking go. Nice. All right. That's it. That's the spirit, baby. All right, let's read all these new members. You guys have been lively. You've been lively here on the show. Appreciate it. But yes, that was 2 years ago on that Rich Eisen call. Yeah, that is great. That was a good time. A very good time indeed. The 5 new members to the Boy Green Coffee Club from Austrian Jet fan are Bradley 3216, Onchenta, Silos, Kobayashi, Maru. Oh, very nice. Buck Skull Gang in the house. You guys are all now members to the Boy Green Coffee Club. Let's ride. Appreciate you. Okay. Been a fun show so far. I like it. All right, let's see. We got a $5 super chat from Let's go. Hit it, people in the back.
Wow.
$5 super chat, baby. Oh, yeah. I'm fired up. I am fired up. Yep. True story. Paul grows on you like a fungus. Yes. Yes. Yep. Mm-hmm. Can confirm. Yep. Let me see. Oh, that's funny. I didn't know that. Yo Holmes said, I first saw BG and Eisen show. I was like, who is this crazy lunatic Jets fan? Wow. You know, when new people have come, like somehow, like I've run into in some form or fashion, I've said like, oh, how'd you find the show? It's like, you know, I was doing this 6 years ago in my living room by myself. And now it's become what it's become, which is amazing and more growing to come, I'm sure. I said, oh, how'd you find the show? A few people have been Spotify. Oh, I'd listening on Spotify. I said, oh, wow, there's a YouTube element. And then they came over. And so Rich, wow, I would have never thought that Rich Eisen shows how some people would have found me. Not that Rich Eisen show isn't big. Like, I don't know. I guess I just never thought about that connection. So that's hilarious. That is funny. NY Jets fandom says, yo, I said the same thing about Paul when I first saw him on the show. That's funny. Paul grows on you like a fungus. I appreciate that. That's the greatest compliment I've ever heard in my life. So I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Austrian says it. Smash that like button, baby. Boom, boom, boom. Smash the like button. Let's go. Or as my father likes to say, take that like button to Pound Town. Yes, sir. Yeah. But yeah, that was from the Rich Eisen show. That's it. So it was funny. Yep. Granier says, pick 6 wins so we can rejoice at 7. You know, there is that line from Dodgeball, the true American underdog story, where Vince Vaughn has his line at the beginning of the movie. He says, set expectations low so I don't disappoint myself. So, like, you know, like it's impossible to disappoint yourself. I probably butchered that line from Vince Vaughn, but that's like sort of the aura. That's sort of the spirit in which, you know, it came through. Yeah. Yeah. Let's win some games. I mean, we haven't won a lot of games in a long time. So yeah. Yeah. It's been a while. David Aaron's like 9-0 sounds so much better than 0-7. That's true. That's true. It's terrible. Grondard says, watching new Madden Jets videos. Bailey only has 1 sack in 3 games, win versus Buffalo. That's how much I can't wait for the season. I am so ready for the season to get here. I'm so fired up. I'm so excited for the season. I can't wait. Man, I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be so cool. I'm so fired up. I wish the game was tomorrow. I wish the season was tomorrow. Let's get another super chat in here. NC Green jumping in.
Wow.
A very important question here from NC Green, which, by the way, we're going to add this to your raffle ticket total. He says, will AG, Aaron Glenn, give full control to Frank Reich on game day? He better, because Now, Aaron Glenn is categorized as a defensive guy, and he hates that label. He made that painfully clear before he even left Detroit. When someone said, "Hey, so you're a defensive coordinator," he said, "No, I'm a coach." And they're like, "Well," he's like, "I'm a coach. I coach everything. I learn everything." And then there's some deep dive articles of like since AG realized he got into coaching shortly after his playing career. Well, technically, he first got into scouting, then he got into coaching after his playing career. And when he became an assistant, like 10 years ago or something in Cleveland, he said, "Hey, I know I'm a defensive guy and I played corner in the NFL for 15 years and all that stuff, but I want to be better." So he spent his off time. NFL people really don't get off time, but they spent their off time, his off time during the off seasons, like meeting with offensive coaches and like going to school, the school of hard knocks to learn offensive philosophies and schemes and stuff. So Aaron Glenn knows a lot more about offensive people, may give him credit for. But I hope he gives the keys to Frank Reich. And quite frankly, all the reporting has suggested that it will, NC Green. All the reporting has suggested that it will, or he will, rather. That they were looking for a quote-unquote head coach of the offense. And that stuff sort of scares me because, like Greg Williams, we had head coach of offense, head coach of defense with Adam Gase. So, I don't love that terminology, but Frank Reich has forgotten more football than most people will ever know. He was a longtime backup quarterback, heralded for his intelligence. He's been coaching a long time. Like he has wealth of experience. So I hope he gets the full keys and Aaron Glenn trust him. Aaron Glenn should be involved in key decisions, third downs, certain situations, like a big call. Like he should maybe, have some influence or conversation. Like every play call can't be the Adam Gase thing where someone made a play call, it went through Adam Gase's head and then went to the quarterback's head. And there's just all these filters. No wonder they were so terrible at getting the play in, get the play in. When you have it filtered through 20 headsets, you gotta streamline the process. And I think they will with Frank Reich. He has called a lot of great offenses. Now, I know a lot of people will highlight the poor job he did at Stanford, but again, context is important. He joined that college football program in like mid to late April to do a favor for Andrew Luck, so I don't put the record on him. You do have the stuff in Carolina, but that was a disaster for a lot of reasons. But he had top 10 offenses in Indianapolis, man. And then look, he can cook. Look at the team, man. I don't have to convince. I don't have to go higher register on the show. I don't. The offensive line, rock solid. Breece Hall, franchise tag. Garrett Wilson, Omar Cooper Jr., Adonai Mitchell, Mason Taylor, Kenyon Sadiq, Geno Smith. He's going to be competent. He is going to raise the floor of the quarterback position. This is a guy who threw for 4,300 yards just like 2 years ago. You're telling me he can't just raise the floor? Like, come on, man. So, yeah, I do think he's going to give Frank Reich full control. And by the way, he has to. MC Green, he's going to be busy calling the defense this year. So I think that's a huge trust factor from AG to Frank Reich that he has to give him the keys. He's calling defense. He's going to be very busy. He won't have time just messing around with stuff. So let's go. William Aimley says, BG and his enthusiasm is an infection I would not mind catching. And I hope that's palpable. I hope that's evident to those in the audience. When people are saying they're seeing me on TV, I said, there's so many people, and I mean this, and I try to be as grateful as I can in my life. In the pit, from 15 feet from the draft, I don't mean this as a flex. I'm just saying, 15 feet from the draft stage, I was with Lou B and 10 other Jet fans. Was that math right? 9 other? Yeah, I guess the math. See, I'm terrible at math. Okay. Let me just put it this way. There are 13 people in the pit. 2 of the people work for the Jets. So they have to just make sure we don't do anything crazy. And so there's 9 other people in the pit. 9 other people. 9 people on planet Earth were in that pit. 9. I was one of 9 or 13. Damn it. My math is terrible. I'm one of 11 people. Okay. My math is god awful. Obviously. I'm an idiot. I'm a moron. My father, I can hear in my head, moron. Doing all this stupid math and my brain's melting with simple math. Let me just, who cares? Jets employees were there. I was one of 13 people on the planet that was in that Jets pit. They were screaming like crazy. And I had the opportunity to be on TV, on ESPN, at NFL Network, and all these places. And I said, well, I'm normally an enthusiastic person as is. But like, Like, there's this moment in Dragon Ball Z where Goku is doing a spirit bomb. And he says, give me your energy to the people. And people all give him their energy, and then he goes over the top of the spirit bomb. At the draft, give me your energy, Jet fans, because only 13 people were able to be there in that pit. But there's so many Jet fans that are watching at home. There's Boy Green Coffee Club members. There was Maniacs. There was every Jet fan base subsection that exists. And they were all in that moment in my head. I said, I hope when they see me getting giddy and losing my crap, I hope that they say to themselves, like, yeah, man, look at this. Look at this guy. He's so freaking fired up. Like, yeah, look at that energy. It's infectious. He's like on fire. And then like you at home are like, yeah, that's what I would be doing if I was there. That's what I want it to be. That's it. That's it. If I could bottle up whatever I bring to the table, it's that. That's it. And I do hope it's infectious because it's genuine. Max says, this show and BG make the offseason so much more enjoyable. I'm glad we do that for you guys out in the audience. We are on every single day, at least once a day, 7:30 in the morning for Boy Green Daily. Yes. Max says, I love the positive vibes. I've said this saying 100 times, but we're getting new subscribers every day, so I'll say it again. We do not control the cards we're dealt in life, but we can control how we respond to them. And that can mean anything. That could be, you were born into this or born into this, or you're in one situation or another situation, or just a day, right? All of us deal with this every day. Sometimes you have a bad day, right? There's bad things happen around you. Like, you go to fill up the gas. You're like, God damn it, I forgot my wallet at home. Or, geez, this happened to me. Or, geez, this. Man, this sucks. And it would be very easy to give in to the hate, to give into the negative vibes and energy in the universe, and just to give into it and say, well, this day's going to suck. But to me, no matter what, I have bad days. It happens. I'm human, right? I'm not perfect, obviously. But what I try to do is just take it with a smile. And so maybe my smile and infectious energy can affect someone else's day. Maybe their day is going askew. Maybe their ship is going off course. And hopefully my whatever can say, you know what? Life. We're glad to be alive. So hopefully those positive vibes can spread out to people in the audience. Yeah. So that's sort of the hope for people out there. All right, let's do this. I've been distracted 100 times. I'm sorry. I'm like a raccoon with a shiny object here, for God's sakes. But let's do this. Let's open up the phone lines. We'll take a few phone calls, and we'll be back on live. I told you, sometimes we're live multiple times a day. I am live again at 11 o'clock. I'm not going anywhere. About to play a quick timeout, and then you guys can call into the show after if you'd like. But then I'll be back live at 11 o'clock because we're talking some more NFL and everything else, which will be a lot of fun. You guys can also interact with that show, the Man Show Show Boy Green Digital. I think I have the tab here. Yes, here it is. Here is the YouTube channel. It's the Man Shout Show with Boy Green Digital. If you want to keep following along with my next journey, which is another channel that I do content for, we're live a couple different times a week. We do some Jets content on there. It's a lot of fun. We're up to 888 subscribers. We're 112 away from 1,000, which would be a great milestone to get to. So feel free to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already and show the love connection. I don't know why I said love connection, like you're going to make sweet, passionate love to the Man Show Show Boy Green Digital, but nonetheless, show your support if you can. And we're 8 subscribers away from 8,620 here on the Boy Green YouTube channel, which I appreciate. All right, everybody, let's take a halftime out. Your phone calls are welcome next, right here on Boy Green Daily.
1, 2, 3.
Let's go, everybody. I'm Paul Eston Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome to Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show, also available wherever you get your podcast. Wish a happy May the 4th be with you to all those in our audience. May the 4th be with all of you out there, for any of our people out there in the audience. So phone lines are now open. It's youtube.com/boygreen25. And let's go to our first caller. And let's give a warm and special happy birthday, Hep. It's your birthday. Let's go.
You saw that on Facebook, I guess, right?
No, I saw it in your birth certificate. I broke into your house last week. Of course. Come on, Hep. The birthday boy. Rain the happy birthdays for Hep in the audience. It's awesome. Happy birthday,
Yeah.
Hep.
I'm 64 now, and so I got that Paul McCartney go, when I'm 64.
I can't believe it either. Maybe 34, but 64. But all right. You make it look good, Hep. You make it look good.
Yeah. Thank you. I wanted to talk about I was thinking about the offense, and I was thinking about Sadiq well, let me just how I'll put it. I'm thinking of the Jets, the offense. They come out in an I formation. Sadiq is in the fullback slot. Brees is behind him in the tailback slot, and we have Mason on the edge, and we have Cooper and G5 wide out on each side.
Okay.
Now, in that formation, Sadiq could either go in motion towards the end, left or right, right? Could be a power side with Mason if we want to run that way. He could take the ball right up the middle if he wanted a quick little boop, boop, right up there, a quick, like, what happened just then? He could also go out wide. It's just the options are so like the mismatch thing is, I don't see how anybody's going to stop that.
I love that. And because to be honest, like even formationally, things I'm thinking of is like you could do fullback screens, quick chip blocks out, and then just dump it to Sadiq with like a lineman in front of him and say, let's go. You could get him on flares going out. That's a lot of fun. And then if he, especially, I hadn't thought about that much of Sadiq lining up in the backfield, but just think about it. Like, then you got to make business decisions because depending on what the defense has on the other side, it's doubtful a corner is covering the inside fullback. So we're probably talking about a linebacker taking over those flat, in the flat responsibilities, and he's zooming past the linebacker, he's juking him out. So like I love that matchup. And to your point, if you get motion out left or right, and then all of a sudden you have to shift, and you either have smaller slot corner on him, and you're like, oh yeah, I love that. Or it's linebacker shifting over to overcompensate to strong side. Oh my God. Oh yeah, that's juicy. I like that.
And still G5 is going to be single covered probably. And then it's going to open up so much, I guess a lot of it depends on Frank and what he's going to do, Frank Reich. And I think he has something to prove. A lot of times when you're older and you feel like, okay, they're kicking me to the curb now. And everybody thinks I'm washed up. He's going to have a little bit of a chip on his shoulder and say, oh, not so quick. I'm not going out like that, So I'm looking forward to it. Thanks, Paul. Love you guys.
Appreciate it. There you go. Again, happy birthday to Hep, baby. Happy birthday to the Hepster, one of the best in the business. We love Hep. And that video, for those who are new to the channel, that tailgate video is true. Hep is rocking it out at the tailgate. And it was great to have him there last year. Amazing. So I see all the happy birthday Hep messages in the audience. Awesome. Please make sure you guys share the love with our guy Hep. He is the best. Oh, man, formationally, again, how is Garrett Wilson not a happy man? He's getting one-on-one coverage, and if you're double-teaming him, someone else is winning. Mason Taylor's winning. Sadiq is winning. Omar's winning. Like, somebody's winning when you set that up. That, to me, is pretty freaking exciting. I love that. Great stuff there. Schematics. We're getting into that with Hep. I love it. All right, let's go back to the phone lines here. Kyle Clifton, baby.
How you doing, Paul?
Hey, Kyle. Love the cap. Very nice.
Thanks. So, there's reasons for optimism. You talked about Gino's professionalism should be an upgrade. At least he's not going to be afraid to throw
that's for sure.
The ball downfield. I was wrong on Fields. I thought he was worth the chance to the last opportunity based on the physical ability in his youth. It is what it is what it is. That's the flyer you have to take. And this is an equally worthy flyer, right? Like we can't say that Gino is 1,000% done based on his body of work and what he had around him in Vegas. The reasons for optimism are this on offense, right? You've got two young, talented players with special skill sets that could pop right away. You've got a second-year tight end, a little bit more physical, with a great pedigree, right?
Yep.
Has a year of experience in the league. If just one of those weapons draws attention away from Garrett, that's helpful.
Yeah.
Considering the fact that we are anticipating a growth in experienced quarterback play, right?
Yeah.
So the leap could be exponential, right? But we would expect that the offense is at least going to be competent, and that is not something. And if it's not, heads are going to have to roll, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then the defense, the absolute nadir last season. You can't get any lower than that.
Yeah.
So no turnovers. Couldn't stop the run to save our lives. So problems in both the run defense and the pass defense game. Now, after a year, in this offseason, Glenn has an opportunity to bring in some guys that he thinks are going to fit the system that he wants. He wants to run maybe 65% of 3-4, we think. Is that fair?
That's probably right. Yeah, because I think he's going to want to get Tavontre on the field. And not just about him, but having it 3-4 and letting Tavontre be there allows so many other possibilities for lineup changes. I would say I would lean 65. Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. And apparently they feel pretty comfortable at 3-4 end with Phillips and Briggs.
Right.
Because they had opportunities right there. They could have gone Grayson Halton or Caleb Proctor there at 103.
Yep.
It's just, can we get, first of all, if we don't get an interception in the first 3 games,
I wanted the first game, and I think because we don't know, is that going to be at home or on the road? Oh, the explosion, the sigh of relief, the jubilation from Jet fans when that moment, whoever that person is, we got to start doing some sort of bets. Who's going to be the first guy to get the pick? Is it D'Angelo Ponce? Is it just a silly interception? Is it a skillful pick 6 or something? And we just blow our lids? Oh, I can't wait. That's a moment that I've circled on the calendar. I can't wait for that moment. Oh, yes.
Yeah, but we have elements that we just didn't have in last year, right?
Yeah.
We've got someone who can go get the passer in Bailey. We've got an experienced, thoughtful green dot, right? With Dave.
Mario. Yeah.
And we've got cornerback like Nashawn Wright that has shown a propensity to take the ball away. We've got what I think all of us feel is a much needed turnover in the safety room, right? So, Minka back there, another pro's pro. Yeah. Unless these guys, the wheels are coming off the wagon, and we're hoping we can squeeze at least one more football out of DeMario.
For sure.
Let's see what we can do this year. I think that if you're a realistic Jet fan, if the offense and the defense come to the middle of the pack, you have to be thrilled with that.
That's what I said. Again, I don't know what people's expectations are. We talk to people every day on these shows, but can the offense be 21? There's 32 teams. Can it be higher than that? Could the defense be 23? I don't that sounds so insulting levels of not good. Other fan base here that they're LOL Jets. But if you just and again, I'm trying to be conservative. Maybe they can be much better than that. But if you're in that range, how does that not dramatically impact your results of wins and losses? If we're just getting that level of sort of competency, that's where I think the seismic stuff sort of happens there for sure.
So then you think, could this be 6 to 8 wins for this team, right? And if they're in these games, we know the coach has the owner's ear, right? To me, the whole thing is, does he show growth? Does he look overwhelmed like he did last year? because that was unacceptable. What we were seeing on the sideline. So let's cautiously optimistic. Can't wait to get these guys in next week and get them acquainted with the staff and the building. And this is a very heady time to be a Jet fan post draft, but it always is. So I'm advancing with caution.
That's the way to do it, Kyle. That's the way to do it, baby. And hopefully the caution, like the optimism that we have right now, whatever it's bubbling differently for everybody, that it catches in. And we, again, so not only the first pick next year will be great. We started 0-7, man. I mean, a win week 1. Oh, okay. Just a monkey off a back. AG, get on the right. Again, to your point with like management decisions, end of half, 2-minute drill, something that AG just shows, okay, this guy has found his sea legs under him now after last year. That would just, those would be some nice things to find. Yes.
Right. And I would never wish an injury on anybody, but like you have to realize that we're one injury to Dak Prescott or Love away from possibly having 3 first-round picks in the top half of the draft. Because
people are not talking enough about that, Kyle, that like, and again, I don't want to push someone down the stairs. That's not what I'm saying. But like, if you go back to the Seattle Jamal Adams trade, right? When Seattle traded for Jamal Adams, they had they're like, okay, Jets, enjoy pick 32, buddy. Because like, that's what you're going to get. And in the second year of 2022, we got the 10th overall pick. That is Garrett Wilson, this seismic needle moving player that we have for us. That Seattle never thought they'd give us the number 10 overall pick. And we got it by surprise. That could happen to Dallas. That could happen to Green Bay. That could happen to Indy. Everyone thinks they know what's up. All the Vegas over-unders are 8.5 for Cowboys and Colts, and Packers are set for 10.5. But that's why they play the game, Susan. So, like, let's see what's going to happen here in terms of the football, because, like, who knows? Maybe we get a surprise pick, and I think we will.
Have a great day, Boy G. Great homage to Sterling there.
Yeah. See, you like that? Yeah, I normally hate the Yankees, but I did that for you. I did that for you, Kyle. We got 400 people in the room. Like the video, hit subscribe. The phone lines are packed. They're loaded. They're overflowing, and for good reason. Let's keep the conversation going here on the channel. You guys can keep sending in your super chats and memberships, and I will weave those in expertly here on the channel in between some of our phone calls. All right, up next, let's get to them. This is one of Jimmy Johnson's favorite lines. How about them Jets?
Hey, good morning, Boy Green.
Hey, good morning, pal. What's up?
So my question is kind of like a follow-up to what Kyle was saying. So the question would be, if we double our wins next season, does Aaron Glenn still get fired? Because I know a lot of people say he will be fired if they don't win certain games.
I think it's so. This is sort of how I boil it down. If he wins fewer than 6 games, so 5 or less, he's totally fired. I don't think there's any way that he saves him. I don't know how you convince. If it's 6, it's probably 55% he's fired. But there's a window where like some crazy stuff happened, and that you're like, okay. I think 7 or plus he's safe. So that's sort of how I break it all down. 5 or fewer, totally fired. 7 or more, totally safe. 6, we're in that weird upside down middle range that now all of a sudden we're getting into narratives. What happened? Did someone get injured? Did this happen? Did AG look competent? Did young players develop? I think we're into that level of evaluation for AG. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah. I just feel like 6, like if you're doubling your wins, that's a good sign. So my minimum wins this season is going to be 6.
Okay. Please for the guy. Now, part of like doubling it is cool to say that on the start, like doubling your wins. Woohoo. That's great. Unfortunately, that means AG did such a terrible job in year 1 that like the number is so small that it makes it a little easier for him to double than somebody else. But still, yes. Yeah. I think that's the line in the sand for me. That's a fair place to go and get some improvement of being in that category. Competitive, like that we're not doing mock drafts in September or October. That would be massive. That'd be massive progress. Yeah.
All right. Good. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thanks. How about them Jets? Appreciate you, brother. Let's go. Appreciate the phone call. Thanks for chiming in. Let's freaking go. Yes. All right, great to see you on there. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. That is a pinned comment on youtube.com/boygreen25. Great to see. How about them Jets? Great question, by the way, because again, that's where I'm feeling. I think 6 is a little froggy. 7? Umpire, safe. 5 or fewer. You're out of here. 6. Lean more towards go, but maybe stay. Possible. Back to the phone lines. Let's go to this guy, a fan favorite, one of the best in the business. It is none other than Mikey.
Jets, 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 Jets.
What's up, Mikey? 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 Oh, Mikey. Something with your signal, buddy. Oh, no. Oh, I'm so sorry, Mikey. Oh, terrible. All right, let's go. Take 2. Bob Letter. Up.
Hey, forget about 27 draft. That's what the Athletic is this morning.
Bob, can you hear us?
You didn't hear me?
Ah, dang it. Bob's signal. No, that's 2 callers in a row. Unfortunately, with signal issues. Oh, that's terrible. All right, let's go next. Oh, we've got Beast.
Oh, hold on here. Yeah, we got a little technical difficulty here. Please stand by for the following announcement.
Okay.
How you doing, Chief?
Ah, it's great to see you, buddy. Oh, what's
very
that?
busy.
Oh,
Hot water heater busted down this past couple days.
Oh man, that's devastating. I'm sorry, man.
After 40 years in the basement, I said,
Wow, good life though. Good life. 40 years. It's good. That's a good run.
Well, life kicks you in the balls, doesn't it?
Sure does. Yeah.
Yeah. And then when you get up the next morning, you're going, "Oh, Peg, where's the ice pack where I can put it on my balls?" Like, oh.
Yeah, that's painful.
How have you ever had days like that where you're in so much pain and you're going like, "I don't even want to get out of bed"?
Yeah. I used to do taekwondo sparring. I got roundhouse kicked in the junk once. It was very painful.
Yeah. Ooh, I know that feeling. That's like having a hockey ball sent to your nuts, and you're going down in pain, going. Ugh.
Yep. Had to find it. Yeah.
Do you remember Sidekicks, the movie with Joe Piscopo and Chuck Norris?
Yeah.
When Piscopo was like, "I'm gonna kick your ass," we'll see, Stone. We'll see.
Oh,
but I'll tell you this: we just lost Bruno Sammartino's wife a couple days ago.
Oh no! Oh, that's terrible.
He passed.
I didn't hear that. Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, a lot of crazy stuff's happening in our world these days. And you know what's gonna happen 10 years from now? All these weird things like this. You imagine how small these suckers are gonna look? They're gonna look like this.
Oh, I love kettle chips. Love kettle chips.
You know what goes good with these kettle chips?
What's that?
French onion dip.
Oh, okay. My fiance likes it.
You ever try with French onion dip?
I have not. No, sir.
Real sexy. Once you put it in the French onion dip, you go, "Damn, this is a little different." It's like a little kick to that. But I'll tell you right now, man, we're barely out of the woods yet. We got a long way to go. And if Mr. Glenn doesn't pull his weight, he'll be singing the. You know what I mean by doing this, right?
Oh yeah. Let me. Sorry. Yes. Of course. Go ahead.
The violin blues, you know.
Yes.
Like they played on Titanic when the ship was going down, going.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what's gonna happen to Glenn if he don't pull his weight together. And I'll tell you something too, my friend. Mother's Day is right around the corner.
Oh yeah. I got a card yesterday. Yeah, I got a card yesterday for her. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, good call. So, what do you see for this year? What 2026 predictions do you see coming?
10 wins, baby. Let's get back to the playoffs.
10?
What about you?
I'll tell you, as they say on the roulette table, make it 11.
Ooh, okay, I like it.
Double
push it. Yeah,
double it.
Hey, did I see Gator McCluskey's chiming in here? He says you have a ring light. Apparently, I'm
a little tired still, and I have half of a headache. I got the Mexican band playing in my head, going. And you know what tomorrow is? Cinco del Mayo.
Oh, I forgot. Okay, cheers.
Wow.
Viva
Whoa.
Mexico.
Oh, there it is. All right, there you go. Beast ring light
But,
jackass.
but
Wow, that's a little aggressive.
You know what's
Okay.
funny? You know what's funny? Cinco de Mayo. I'm like, where to get a good burrito from? And definitely not around here. I know where I'm going. I'm going to TBK, get my 13-inch burrito. And what I want on my burrito, no avocado, no tomato. Beans, rice, lettuce, cheese, carne asada, extra carne asada, and no green sauce and no red sauce. Hot sauce only.
Okay.
That's a man sauce.
That's a good order. It's a nice order there. Yeah.
And them little bag of Mexican chips too, the little tortilla chips.
Oh, those are nice. I like the salty chips. They're very nice, very delicious.
They're good with if you put the red sauce on them, they actually taste better. If you put the green sauce, you're like,
not a big fan of the green sauce. Yeah.
Like I tell everybody, I'm gonna say this once. I hate pesto. It looks like regurgitated dog shit.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Yeah. I could see that.
And I'm not the green person. I'm a red person. I like my fresh marinara. I like a red fresh salsa, and I like my salsa nice and hot and
ooh.
Burn, baby, burn.
Hot in terms of temperature or in terms of caliente?
Caliente.
Ah.
El muy caliente los.
Oh.
But I'll tell you, we got a long way to go. World Cup is coming up in 1 month.
Oh,
England's
great.
England's playing 3 good teams. I'm looking for a win, man. Let's hope.
Okay.
They're playing Croatia, Panama, Ghana. That's gonna be a saw blade and a half. And who's USA playing? Oh, they get the weak stuff. Weak sauce.
Oh, who do they play?
Sauce. They're playing Paraguay. I know they're playing Australia and another team of their choosing. But I did look at Mexico's team, and they look like they got some goods. They got South Africa. They're playing Czech Republic, and one more tough team, South Korea.
Oh, all right.
Mexico should look good because they do got young studs from They get all these guys from Pumas, UNAM, El Chivas, Cruz Azul. They even got guys from Tecrafnesa, Necaxa, all these great names. And I'm sitting there going, all these great guys. And yes, they got the bum from America, the cheap goalie from America. He's weak. This Ochoa guy, I look at him and go, this guy is weak. Why are you picking this chump? Get a guy who's younger and better. But whatever happens, what you see is what you get. That's life. But we got a lot of baseball. We got a lot of baseball coming up.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait. That'll be awesome.
So what baseball games are you going to this year?
I work for the Syracuse Mets, so that's the AAA affiliate of the New York Mets. So I work for them. They seem to be doing a lot better than the New York Mets, apparently. Yeah.
I look at the papers and I just went, the Mets, they stink this year. They're
terrible.
They can't win.
No,
it's because they can't cut it. They don't have a team, no franchise, no key hitters. All bums. It's like, what the hell are you doing to this team, brother? What are you doing to it?
Terrible. Yeah.
That's why I have never seen the Mets this bad in my life. I mean, the last time we seen the Mets this bad, when was the last time you ever seen the Mets play this bad?
I'm not sure. I think we do. I can't remember if Bob Letter, you're a Mets guy, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, there you go.
When was
Bob
the last
Letter.
time you seen the Mets play this bad?
Unfortunately, Beast, I've seen them this bad since 1962, so I've seen it a lot of times.
No, that's
no.
Jesus, that's terrible.
Yeah,
that's terrible.
You got the right word. By the way, it's an honor for me to meet you, Beast.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about you. You're a smart fella, a smart man. Very good. Words of wisdom and encouragement from a guy who knows the game very, very well, and you got common courtesy, and in much respect to you, and I don't want to feel like an asshole, but hey, what you see is what you get.
Yeah.
Oh,
Beast, does that make there's those descriptions of what you just gave me, all the embellishments you gave me, all the compliments. Does that make sense for a Jets and Mets fan?
Hey, what you see is what you get. It's like I remember what Dutch once said in the movie 1991, and the official words are, "Hey, you roll the dice and you take what you get."
You got that. You got that.
You cheat, you're gonna get caught. And there's another quote Al Bundy once said, and these words are, "It's only cheating if you get caught."
You get caught.
That's right. I've heard that line before. And we have much
Al,
better Wi-Fi for you this time, Bob. So we got you now.
There you go, Bobby.
And who
So
doesn't
Bobby,
respect
what part of New York are you from, there, kid?
Flushing.
Familiar.
Beast.
Fascinating.
Beast. I hate to be so direct, but you got to read my book.
Oh, we're out. Hey, just send me a copy and I'll tell. Hey, and always remember these words. You'll, in the words of what Al Bundy said from Little Giants, you'll thank me tomorrow.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, it's a good book. Beyond Broadway Joe, the Super Bowl team that changed football. Yeah.
Well, hey, I take all my quotes from movie stars that I've grown up with, like the great Ed O'Neill, Sylvester Stallone, Mel Gibson, and I'll still say today's world is not what it used to be. It's backwards. It's like watching a bad horror movie or watching The Exorcist, which don't ever watch The Exorcist. You know why? It'll freak you out. You'll be going, "Whoa, man, what planet am I on, bro?"
Yeah,
I'll tell you what planet you're on. You're in a whole different world.
Trust me, even if you're Jewish, you feel that way when you watch that movie.
I'd have to be loaded up on whiskey after 6 shots, or because what was it? My high school graduation, I drank 16 shots of Jack with iced tea. The next morning, I woke up with a hangover, going, "Whoa, man!" I felt like I just wanted to take that little carpeta, throw it on the ground, and go, "Allah! Oh yeah,
16 shots. Good Lord.
Yeah, 16.
That could take out a full-grown horse. Wow.
Well, that was in high school, brother. That was in the day when real men when I used to be a real man, but now getting old, man. Now it's a Minute Maid, and that's it for me. All Minute Maid.
There you go. That's nice. That's good.
Well, I'll tell you something right now. The boys better do one thing and one thing correct.
Okay.
If you got these draft picks, and here's the one thing you're gonna have to learn. If you spent this money wisely, and you do a great job, fine. But get it together. That means quit your horsing around, get your balls reevaluated, step up to the plate, prove it. That means shut up, get your boots on, lace them up, and get your ass out there and take your ass whooping like a man.
So speaketh the beast, and I say it with the greatest respect.
Hey, it's called learn to take your ass whooping like a man. Because in the NFL, let me just say, there are going to be times you're going to get bumps, you're going to get bruises, you're going to be black and blue and sore for a couple of days. That's the world for you, man. That's called pain, agony, and blues. You know who came up with those words, pain, agony, and blues? The great Dusty Rhodes.
Oh, Dusty, the American Dream.
3-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion. The only man that's ever beat Harley Race, Ric Flair, Terry Funk, Dory Funk, Gene Kiniski. Oh, my God, the list of names that Dusty Rhodes has gone up against. He has done it all. And Dusty's funny, too, especially, I'm the common man. I'll tell you, if you were going to get fucking like a monkey, and I'll tell you, sit right back and fuck up because we're in for a ride that you ain't never seen nothing. And I'll tell you, to our boys out there in Iran, I hope you kick some major ass because when you boys come home, we going to have a party, and you know what I'm saying. That's what the Dust used to do, man.
And he used to do the bionic elbow. Yeah, there you go. Nice.
Dusty was Dusty. And Dusty was 289 pounds, but what did Dusty used to do? He used to be a son of a plumber. He did what was it? He fixed a car, he fixed a toilet, he delivered pizzas, he did garbage. That's common man, right? That's called the hardworking man.
The common
you got to
man.
give Dusty credit.
All right. Nice. Go ahead, Bob.
I'm sorry. I'm partial to Chicagoans and one guy in particular, Mr. Team Clubber Lang, who said, "Pain."
Yes, pain. That's a good prediction.
Oh, don't forget the other words too. I pity the fool get my way. I pity the fool.
Mr. T did say that. Yeah.
I pity the fool get my way.
We got to get you guys to a Jets game. We got to get you guys together for a Jets game. That's we got to make that happen.
We'll see what happens.
I don't know what I
these days and money being as much of a mess. We'll see. We'll play it by ear. Yeah.
Okay.
But I'll tell you something right now. We got a long way to go. We got World Cup coming up. We got a lot of baseball. We got a lot of other good surprises coming up. And I might as well get my pool up soon and just kick back and be like, freedom at last. Freedom in the pool.
There you go, Gibson. That'll be awesome. Well, it's great to hear from you, Beast, and I can't wait for the World Cup next month.
Well, hey, I'm going with my boys from England. I've been an England guy for almost a long time. I've seen them all come and go, from the Wayne Rooneys to the Michael Owens, David Beckham, John Terry, David Seaman. Oh my God, the list of names you could come up with. It just blows a person's mind. But we're gonna see what happens first. The World Cup is right around the corner, and pick your teams wisely because I know who's going this year. Germany might have a chance because they've been really red hot. If you look at their numbers now, Germany knows good talent when they see it because why? They're in Munich. They also got guys from even Berlin. They get stars from their clubs. They got stars from Italian clubs, German clubs, English Premier League, Spanish Premier League. Because the big bucks. Remember, Germany's known for big bucks, big dollars, big bucks. Why? That's Germany for you.
Yeah, big bucks. All right. Thank you, Beast. Wow. Okay. Great to hear from Beast.
My money's on Iran because I think they'll do anything to win.
There you go. Yeah, good money bet. Well, Bob, you heading out? Are the Mets in Chicago?
No. But
that would have been too far.
I tried to call you from my dealership where I had some work done on my car this morning, but it kept cutting out, as you know. So now I'm standing outside a bank because my wife wants me to get money to buy lottery tickets.
Oh, sure.
If I get lottery tickets, okay, if I win the lottery, I'm going to pay for everybody, for your outing this year.
Wow. That'd be spectacular.
But I got to win the lottery first.
Okay, well, that's a foregone conclusion. So just to handle your business there, and then we'll see you for the tailgate. Great.
But the reason I called you is let's forget about 26. I mean, really, 26 doesn't matter because this morning's New York Times has the Athletics 2027 first round mock draft.
And?
And we pick fourth.
This
is based on what they did. They made the picks based on let's see, teams in reverse order of current Super Bowl odds.
Oh, yeah, not great.
So we don't get Arch Manning. He goes number 1 to Arizona.
Naturally.
We don't get we don't get Dante Moore. He goes number 3 to Cleveland.
Nah.
Number 4, we pick Leonard Moore,
the corner out of Notre Dame. Wow. Okay.
Oh, you'll like the next pick too.
Ooh.
We get Indianapolis's pick. It's only 15 this year.
Okay.
And it's C.J. Carr, quarterback.
Hey, Notre Dame, the Irish. Woo! Nice.
They said he had a terrific freshman year, and if he gets better, blah, blah, blah.
Cool.
And finally, number
Yeah.
19.
All right.
Tell us to hop on pop. We get number 19. We get the Dallas Cowboys pick, not Green Bay's pick. We get the Cowboy pick at 19.
Excellent.
Will Eccles, defensive tackle, Mississippi.
Okay. That's good too. All right, nice.
So,
what a great draft.
Put it in the books, boy.
Okay.
Green. Put it in the books.
There it is, written into the stars. I love that, Bob. Thanks for the 2020. I have not seen that mock, so great. The 27 draft update. Appreciate it.
Yeah, that's what we need. We need to have mock drafts for 2027 because what else is there to look for?
That's
so. Anyway, so all the rookies are coming in this week. Do we have enough bodies to to actually do anything as far as scrimmaging go between the free agents, the undrafted
Yeah,
guys?
so that's a good question. They don't run full practices like you would think with like 50 or 90 guys or something like that.
I know it's not with pads anyway.
That's also true anyway. But yeah, they're going to bring in all the rookie tryout players. I see there's a list floating out there. We'll wait till it's official from the Jets. So we got rookie tryout players, UDFAs, the rookies, obviously. So it should be probably somewhere in the ballpark of 25 to 30 guys, I'd imagine, that are going to be at this practice.
All right. Well, we'll see. Like I said on Friday, I want to hear about the kickers.
Okay. Yeah, me too.
Please, tell me the kickers. Tell me at least one of them is deadly accurate.
We should, hopefully by Friday, we should have the Jets should put out their official list of guys they've actually added so that we can really sink our teeth in and hope with somebody decent.
I know there's so many, players that they've brought in and so many talented guys, but are you surprised as I am that there's been no emphasis on the kickers?
I was surprised because Nick Folk was awesome last year, and the fact that they didn't like I even forget the guy's name. His name is Cade York. Oh, because Cade Klubnik. Too many Cades are confusing me in my life. Yeah, Cade York. And we had Caden Davis last year. A lot of Cades, apparently. More Cades than I thought. Yeah, Cade York is terrible. So they brought him in. I'm like, ooh, is that the plan? And then it looks like they're bringing this BYU kid, but it's not official yet. But they're supposedly bringing him into the mix too, and he's halfway decent, but still. The good news, I think, is that we didn't add Nick Folk until the first week of training camp, so maybe even our kicker answer isn't even on the roster yet, and hopefully we find him sooner rather than later.
Hard to find somebody as accurate as Nick was.
That's true. Yeah, we got very lucky. He just happened to be on the couch despite leading the league in field goal conversion rate the last 2 years previous, and then he did it again. Yeah. So, yeah, that'll be difficult.
Yeah. Well, listen, it's been my pleasure to follow the beast, to actually be with the beast.
Yes.
Now to follow the beast, and it's all uphill from there, Paul. So enjoy the rest of the show.
Will do, and good luck at the bank and to your lottery tickets. Hopefully, you guys find those out there in the audience. Wow, what a show! What a call-in line. That was unique. So shout out to everybody. Fun show. Thank you. Well, everybody, make sure on the way out, if you haven't already, scream it from the rooftops. Happy birthday to Hap! A wonderful Monday. May the 4th be with you. May 4th, a happy birthday to him. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're 8 subscribers away from 8,620. And to me, that's how we keep climbing. You just keep getting 10 more subscribers, 10 more, 10 more, 10 more, 10 more. And then we grow up and blow up. And if you know any Jet fans in your friend circle or family circle, please make sure you get them to subscribe to the channel. It's youtube.com/@boygreen25. I will be back live in less than an hour and a half, or we'll be on at 11 o'clock. I just looked at the topic list. Doesn't look like there's a lot of Jets. There's some other topics going on with NBA playoffs and other things of that nature. And Odell Beckham Jr. apparently to the Giants is not official, but there's a lot of rumors about it, I guess. So we'll be talking all the different range of sports. Hopefully you guys can join us then. So like the video on the way out if you haven't already, and appreciate it. We'll be seeing you guys soon. Thanks, everybody, for tuning into the show. And one last shout-out for all the super chats and memberships that we got here on the channel. T-Town Jet gifted a membership. Easy Super Chat. NC Green gifted a membership. NY Jets Fandom Super Chat. Gronyard joined us. Shout out to you, buddy. Thank you for joining the Boy Green Coffee Club. DNY for Life gifted a membership. Gronyard sent in a $10 super chat. Osher and Jeff Fan gifted 5 memberships. Gronyard with a $5 super chat. NC Green with a $2 super chat. And Gator McCluskey reminding Beast to turn on the ring light. Appreciate that from Gator McCluskey as well. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in, and we'll see you guys again soon. JETS. Jets, Jets, Jets.